Welcome to CareerGPS Global Positioning Strategies, the place where you'll get insights that accelerate your job search and career growth. With Katrina Brittingham, get tips and advice from thought leaders from around the globe that will guide you to the next destination in your career. And now, your host, Katrina Brittingham.
Hello, this is Katrina Brittingham with another episode of CareerGPS Global Positioning Strategies, and I have an exciting show for you. I have our guest, Timi, who is the founder of Beauty Makers Academy. This institution was birthed out of her divine calling, her love for women, and passion in seeing them being empowered. As a woman having gone through some struggles peculiar to some other women, she decided to put together a hub which can serve as both an online and offline community where women can be supported to thrive in all areas of their well-being for a purposeful living. Apart from being the founder, Timi also serves as the team as an emotional and spiritual well-being coach. She is also a brand story content strategist and video creator. Her passion for creative writing and love for the screen production has made her to see the gold mine in being authentic and using your story to develop your unique brand. She is the author of Your Scars Are Beautiful to God and the collaborating author of the best-selling book, The Purpose Woman and The Purpose CEO. Timi is a blogger, and you can read up on her inspiring articles on her blog, www.timiopatue.blog. I have it up, and it is beautiful. She had her educational background in electrical engineering and information technology, which means she is brilliant, and have worked in project management, IT, and the HR industries. Timi is also a movie producer and a songwriter. She enjoys using media to bring healing, instruction, and empowerment. She is married and blessed with children. We are talking today in regards to an event that she has, which is called to Soar, and it is also the topic for today. And it is a reminder to everyone, particularly women, in this context that God has called them and is to them a higher level, a new assignment, and a new approach and a new mindset. This is a call to come out of the lies of the enemy, the mess of their past, the fear from their past failures, and comfort of their masks, and the familiarity of the known. This is a call to a greater walk with God, to walk on their own internal growth, with a sense of courage and confidence to unleash their greatness. So without further ado, we are walking Timi to the show. Hello.
Hello, Katrina. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Thank you for coming on to share what you have to offer, and you've done a lot. So we are going to start with Call to Soar and try to go into some other things that you've done, because you have a lot going on with the films and the blog and everything and your education. So this is primarily a career-based show, so we're going to go into what you do and everything like that, but talk about also your transitions, which reading your story, it appears that you had, some transitions and things like that, and we do also go into struggles that people have, women have, in their transitions and in life, and how it has impacted them in their overall life. Because when things happen, it impacts everything. It impacts your career, it impacts your family life, and everything. And this show is designed so people know that they can keep moving on in spite of that. And your story definitely says that. So can you shed more light on the context of Call to Soar?
Okay, thank you very much. Let me answer that question in three phases. I'll share a bit of my story, then I'll share some four key things around that
Mm-hmm.
theme, and then I'll conclude on that question. Now, that word call to soar is something that is very, very peculiar to me at this stage of my life, in the sense that that's the word is actually happening to me right now. You see, I'm an introvert, and as a result of having that introvert personality for quite some number of years, I've been having a nudge to do something that will actually take me out of my comfort zone, something that will stretch me and require me to work on my internal growth. You know, something that will require me to take a bold step, a risky step, and then require me to walk in an unfamiliar zone. So now, being an introvert, looking at what I was called to do, which is basically empowering women and starting an academy to do that, it wasn't something pleasant to me. You know, I kept trying to serve it away, but it keeps coming. So now, a call to soar is simply a call to you to probably do something that you normally don't do. You know, to step
Mm-hmm.
out of school, um, step out and do something totally different, a bold step, something that has been impressed on your heart, something that you know is in line, you know, with your purpose. But one thing about it, just looking at my own as an example, is that when you decide to feel the fear, but still go ahead and heed to the call, though it may be a call of discomfort initially, but when you do what you're supposed to do, you will definitely soar at the end of the day. So when we say call to soar, it could be starting a new business, it could be starting a new career entirely, it could be moving to start a new ministry, it could also be moving to a new geographical location, a new assignment. So it varies, you know. But one thing at the end of it is that whatever it is, a call to soar is a call to live a life of greater influence. Yes, you've
Mm-hmm.
been living your life all along. Perhaps you've just been living me and my family. But now, when we talk about call to soar, now you need to take into perception the how you can use what you've been, you know, your giftings, your strengths, your experiences, to now begin to, transform other people's life, you know. So your life now has a greater influence. You're blessing others, you're serving, you're blessing others with your gift, you're bringing about transformation. So that was what actually happened to me. I loved the way I was living my life, me and me and me alone. You know, I just wanted to go to work, come back, and then this nudge is coming. No, I need you to do something else. This is what I need you to do, and this is was totally opposite my personality. You know, so now I had to take the bold step. So now I had to ask myself, okay, what do I need to do? What steps do I need to take? How do I fill the gap between who I am presently and who this call requires me to be? You understand?
Right.
How do I thrive in this call so that I can eventually soar? So all these are questions that I had to ask myself and have to start. I was looking out for answers. I did so many things to get answers to, and I've started using those answers to help me to move forward. So looking at it from my own perspective, that's just what the definition of cortisol is. But then, like I said initially, um, I would like to share four things briefly, which I also believe will bring home my points on this cortisol. Though there are more things, but I'll just share this four on this call. One thing we need to know is that cortisol can be very daunting, especially when you're making the first move. Because making the first move requires you to have a greater level of strength, greater level of energy. You know, at that first move, it can be so, should I use the word threatening? Or it could be threatening sometimes, but
Mm-hmm.
that requires you to be bold. You know, like
Right.
my own context, I was like, oh, I'm starting something that I'm not used to. I'm an introvert. How do I do this? How do I reach out to people? Even when I had my first conference last year, how do I do it? How do I organize the event? This is totally out of my zone. What do I do? So the first move is usually the most daunting. But one good thing is that when you take that first move, when you take that first step against fear, you become bolder. Because the truth is, you can't continue to stay on your wishes lane saying, I wish, I wish, I wish. You just need to take that first step. So the first thing I want to share there, that it's just the first move that can be so daunting. But when you take that first move, it keeps getting better. And the second thing I want to share is that, yes, cortisol means you're moving to an unfamiliar path. You're starting something new. And this could question your level of knowledge. Like looking at my own example, it could question your level of expertise. A lot of people will ask you, do you have experience in that? It could be a new career entirely, it could be a new business, and people are saying, do you have that level of expertise? Do you have that level of knowledge? You understand? But one thing you need to realize is that though it's an unfamiliar part, but one beautiful thing is that you still have some things to your advantage if you really look inwards very well. There are some things you have to your advantage that if you use it well, it will help you to thrive in that new level. That was what I had to do. I knew there was some gap, okay, but I knew I had some things that were to my advantage. I looked at my strength. I looked at the fact that, okay, yes, I'm an introvert. Yes, I'm not so keen on meeting new people, you understand, because I'm shy. But one thing is that I love empowering. I love researching things. I love teaching people. I love, telling them new ways of doing things. I'm great in organization. So all those strengths, now I use them to my advantage in this new calling. You understand? So that when you use those, when you look inward and look at those strengths, you will see that, yes, you may be inadequate in the new calling in some aspects, but you still have something that you can use to your advantage. Another thing is that in your new calling, there are also opportunities that you can create for yourself. Usually, I hear people say that, oh, I'm looking for opportunity, which is quite good. But then before the opportunity comes, you can also create a platform for yourself. You could also create a form of opportunity for yourself and keep leveraging your strengths on those platforms. So that was also something that helped me. I was like, okay, now this is the new thing I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, let me just look outside and see problems that are in line with this new calling. Let me just see how I can bless people that are in line with this new calling. I just keep thinking of how I can solve the problem. Let me just keep doing what I'm doing, you know. So I was using those strengths that I have, though I knew there were still some inadequacies I need to work on, but I was using those strengths that I have to keep creating opportunities, and I had high aspirations, you know. I had high aspirations because I must tell you that it's my high aspiration that keeps driving me, to keep doing what I'm doing. So it's
Right.
very, I just felt I should share that. So it's very important that we know that as well, that you may have inadequacies, you know, but there are some strengths that you have. And so you should, leverage on those strengths in your new calling.
That is so true. And you said a lot of powerful things. Number one, that when you're in transition, it's scary. But
Yeah,
if you push yourself, you can make it to where you need. And whether you're an introvert, 'cause I'm an introvert too, believe it or not, and whether you're an introvert or extrovert, you still have to push yourself to get to that greatness and to push past the obstacles and know that you can make it, because things happen in life. And so once we get ourselves together, because you do have to take the time out sometimes to lick your wounds, to cry, to handle business. But once you do all of that, to get back up and keep pressing to do those things, and to walk into your calling and your passion. And no matter whether what you believe, everyone believes that they're here for a purpose, that they have a calling, that they have a passion for something. So, just pushing through those things and coming out of the box. Sometimes people say, oh, people put me in a box, but sometimes we put our own self in a box. So that leads me to the next question of what are the hindrances limiting women to answer the call to soar?
Mm. Now, what I would say is this: there are quite a number of hindrances, but I will start with the major one, which I know is peculiar a lot to a lot of women, and that is our mindset. That is the major limiting factor. Now, because of our upbringing or perhaps something that has happened to us in the past, you know, we create a kind of a mindset that gives us another picture of who we are not truly. Let me use myself as an example. While I was growing up, I was exposed to quite a number of circumstances. Being growing up from in a polygamous family, um, as a child, different emotional abuse, and then at a point, a relationship breakup and health issues, So, because of all those issues while I was growing up, that took away my self esteem. So,
Mm-hmm.
even if when I try to work on my inner strength, I still find those circumstances indirectly placing a self limiting beliefs, for me. So, I knew within myself, I just need to overcome that. So one of the major hindrances that I have seen is our mindset. We because of things that has happened to us, we have, given ourselves a new name. We have given ourselves a new picture of what we are not truly. We forget our strengths. We forget that things can be better. We just base it on things that have happened to us, things that people have said to us. Perhaps they've called us a failure. Perhaps we've tried to do something and we have failed at it. Perhaps we've been disappointed one way or the other. Perhaps we've been abused some one way or the other. So one way or the other, the fear just starts crippling him, and then we just have a different picture of who we are not. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So mindset is the major limiting factor, and I believe so strongly that as women, if we can overcome that mindset and begin to see ourselves as God sees us, and begin to see ourselves that we are unique, we are created in His image, and we have the everything in us to excel in life, we will feel better about ourselves. Because once that area is sorted out, every other limiting factors is easy to walk over. Other limiting factors like being able to combine your time, that's time management. For instance, if
Mm-hmm.
you're a mother, being able to balance it, career with your family or whatever you're doing, you know, those are limiting factors as well. Knowledge gap can be a limiting factor as well. Perhaps you desire to have something, but what you have right now in terms of your knowledge is not sufficient for what you're looking for. So of course you have to fill up that gap. Those are also limiting factors. It could also be health issues as well. Perhaps you're not feeling 100% yourself to have what you want. And finance could also be a limiting factor. But I believe so strongly that we should start first with the mindset. Once we're able to overcome the mindset and believe that whatever has happened in the past is in the past, whatever has happened
Right.
in the past did not determine my future, then the sky is not our limit.
Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly. So the limiting beliefs are what hinders us to soar, and so basically it goes to having a positive outlook as much as possible. When you get off track, get yourself back to speaking those powerful things into your life, to know that you are strong, you are overcomer, you are creative, because when you speak those things, it helps pull you up out of the bed, and know that situations from when you're young, and things like that do not have to be where you stay. Like you said, you went through some emotional abuse growing up, and then went into a relationship that was not healthy, and it does cause scars. And that's the thing, knowing that, okay, I have these scars, but, I can get myself together, I can heal, and I can move past these scars. I know for myself, even personally, I went through some things growing up. I had some relationships that weren't so healthy, and not necessarily even romantic relationships. Sometimes when you go through things and your esteem is low, you can have friends that are not necessarily healthy for you, and find yourself in a situation because your esteem is low and you're looking for that fulfillment and you're looking for that love. And, so you put up with certain things that you don't necessarily have to put up with. The low self-esteem and the low self-worth can move into your career as well, where you won't go for that promotion or you won't do anything to push yourself because you feel like, okay, they're not going to give it to me anyway. But getting over those limiting beliefs and those limiting values will help you to get where you need to be. Because, I know for a fact in reading your bio that you've overcome some great things, and you also have worked in some great things. You're an author. You're a story content strategist, a brand and content strategist. You do movies and things like that. And the fact that you've moved and you've overcome and you're married and you have children is a great thing. And you write songs. There you go. I was trying to find the other thing. You write songs. And so you have pushed past those things. And even with being an introvert and being shy, it's hard. People don't realize with us as being introverts to go out there and do things. And then when we do, they're like, oh, you're an introvert? Yes, I'm still an introvert. I still have to go and process my day by myself and get that quiet time. But, just because I'm an introvert doesn't mean that I can't be the CEO. Doesn't mean that I can't be that motivational speaker in front of a crowd. So it's just pushing past those things. And so going on to we're actually almost at the halfway point. So I'm going to do our little sponsor break. And our sponsor is VentureReady LLC. And we think outside of the box at VentureReady LLC. Do you need a certified, award-winning resume writing and career coaching service to help you build your professional brand and get you hired faster? We offer the following services: executive and career coaching, resume writing, job posting services, outsourcing services and corporate solutions, and LinkedIn profile writing. Let us convince you that we are the company to help you get where you need to be. We provide unique services that are tailor-made to the individual, so you will not get a canned process. You will get a plan that is developed specifically for you. Contact us today so we can begin your journey to a new career. All right, so we are back with Tammy, and I want you to talk to me a little bit about your career. How did you end up from where you started in your career to where you are now, and what motivated you to get there?
Okay. What happened was back in Nigeria, for my first degree, I did electronical and electrical engineering, and then afterwards, um, my first corporate job then was in the bank.
Oh,
and
wow.
so I was actually working at the back office doing things like accounting stuff and blah blah blah. So that was my first corporate job then. So coming to the United Kingdom then, I did my master's then, and of course I tried getting a job in the heights immediately, but I did not. So I got a job in the HR industry, precisely recruitment, and I enjoyed it. It was wonderful because it gave me the opportunity to learn more about the way HR things are done. I was able to understand the recruitment processes and stuff. So I did that for quite a number of years, and afterwards, and down within me, I've always loved things that have, I mentioned earlier that I'm great in organization. So project management was also something that I really wanted to know more about. So I decided to do a certification on it and got some work experience. I was able to start a career in project management as well. So I did a bit of IT as a career, and because that was what I actually went to school to study, and then the HR as well, and then the project management. So that was why I said I've had experiences of working in those three different fields. So that's how I transitioned from those three different areas. But I would say that it's been great experience in the sense that there's some common themes around the three places, and that is there's still an element of analytical things in there, which is where things that are my strengths as well. Being able to solve problems and see situations and prefer solutions to it. And I would say all the things I've learned so far in those three things are helping me in my new area right now, which is managing the Beauty Makers Academy. Because when it comes to customer service skills, I've developed it all along. When it comes to dealing with workforce, relating with people, my HR and recruitment experience has helped me. When it comes to projects, managing things, that's exactly what I do right now, organizing events and everything. So all my experiences so far are helping me in my new line right now. So I will see it as a good transition, I must say, which has helped me at each point to develop a specific gift, which I'm using right now.
Awesome. Awesome. And that's the thing when you transition into where you need to be, 99% of the time, it is based on skills that you have gained throughout your career. And so I tell people when you are transitioning, when you're moving to your passion and your calling, you're not necessarily starting all over from scratch. God is using the skills that you developed during your time. His case in point, with me, I doing this radio show, doing what I do, which is career coaching and executive coaching, is that I did that in my career, not necessarily professionally, but people came to me for career advice, academic advice, talked to me when they were having just, personal issues that were affecting them at work. And so I was in a place where I was providing advice, writing resumes, praying for people and everything on the job. And so God used that and turned that into what we have today. So, God, sometimes He can take something that comes from left field and develop it out. But most of the time, He uses what you already have. So I think that that's the amazing part is that He uses what you have. He uses you where you are. And even as He develops you into who you are going to be, you do add on other skills, but He starts with that. So can you talk to me a little bit about you have a conference coming up. Can you talk about that?
Oh yes, thank you. On the 28th of September in Stratford, London, we have our next conference themed called to Soar, and it's starting from 10 a.m. in the morning. Like I've mentioned earlier, at this conference, we really want to talk deeply. I believe so strongly in my spirit that the Lord is calling ladies to a point of soaring in different areas of their life. I believe that it's time for us to get up and unleash every greatness in us. We have what it takes. So at this conference, we will be learning so that we can be empowered, to know how we can transition from the place of the calling to the place of soaring. We want to explore the secrets, the things we need to do, so that we can thrive in our place of soaring. And we'll be looking at our discussion from different perspectives of our areas of well-being, because that's the mission of Beauty Makers Academy, we believe that our different areas of well-being are interconnected. When we talk of the spiritual, the emotional, our health, our physical, we believe that those areas are interconnected, so they should be treated as one and empowered in a way so that when they're all empowered together, we can fulfill purpose. So at this conference, the teachings, the panel discussion will cut across these areas of well-being. There'll be real life examples. We have experts in the house who are experts in these different areas of well-being, and they'll be there to to share with us, to talk with us. And then we have a keynote speaker. Like we have panels that will represent leadership coaching. We have leadership coach. We have a courage and a confidence coach. We have a spiritual coach. We have an emotional well-being coach. We have a coach on parenting and business coaching, health coach. So we want to talk about soaring, looking at these different aspects because, like I mentioned earlier, yours could be in business, yours could be in career, yours could be in ministry, it could be in family. So we want to really talk about this. So there'll be times for questions. Audience will have the opportunity to ask questions, and there'll be time for networking as well because that's one of the key things that we need to really explore. At your place of soaring, God will be connecting you with other people. You'll be developing new relationships. So there'll be time for networking as well, and then there'll be refreshments, and then there'll be sharing of gifts as well. So I'm really looking forward to it.
That is awesome that you have that and you have the panels and it's a safe place where women can open up and speak candidly about the issues that we face. We face some unique issues and some things are not so unique and everything like that, but we face some issues that, we have an open forum for us to speak about and have that support and that sisterhood from other women in a non-judgmental space, then you can have people who get healed. You can have people who grow because you said you're going to have a networking event, so you'll have people who will be able to move into areas of their career that they wanted to break forth into. So that is an awesome thing. And I do thank you for having that. So remember, it is on September 28th. And if someone wants to register for this conference that is in your area or maybe in your area at the time, can you let them know how they can register?
Okay, let me mention this first. You can register on Eventbrite. So when you go to Eventbrite, you just type in Beauty Makers Academy. So you'll be able to see our events, which is the Core to Soar, and tickets are right now on sale, so you can register from there. And just to mention also that we are working on having it possible because I've been getting some requests from people outside UK that they want to be a part of it. So we are working on making it possible that people outside UK can stream into the events, and so we are working on having a possibility for them to be able to get a ticket that's a kind of a virtual ticket where when they have a ticket we'll give them access to join the conference as well. So that is in the pipeline, and once that is confirmed, details will be updated on our website so people can also get their tickets on Eventbrite. But at the moment, for those in London, the tickets are on sale on Eventbrite.
Okay, so awesome. You can visit Eventbrite to register and to buy the tickets for the event. I would admonish you to go because I know that it's going to be great, and I can't wait to hear the follow-ups from that. I know it's going to be a great event. And so next, I wanted to talk about your blog because you blog. Can you give us a little bit more information on your blog? I actually have it up and I'm looking at it now. But can you let us know about your blog, what your blog is about, the stories that you write about, and so forth?
Okay, I would say the theme around my blog is just life experiences, things that happen to me on a daily basis. Something can just happen to me, and while I'm thinking about it, a great lesson, a great lesson, something to learn will just come forth from it. So I would decide to, share the experience I've just been through, and then also share to my readers what I have learned from it, which I believe they can also learn from it. So it's been like an everyday experience. I may be going out, for instance, to work, going out, for instance, with my family, and then something happens. I write the experience. There was a time I went to watch a movie with my husband. That's the Black Panther movie, you know, and I decided to write about what I learned from the movie and how we can, relate what I've learned to our everyday life. And there were great things, great feedback I got from that as well. So my blog is an inspirational blog because one thing about life is everything that happens around us is inspiring. If we really take time to look at it with that eye, you will see that everything around us is teaching us one thing or the other. And I must tell you, nature and things that happen, events are unfolding, events are happening, are great tools to learn. So that's what I use my blog to do. I use it to inspire people, to motivate them through life experiences, events that happens around me.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And you stated that you are a movie producer. What movies have you produced?
Okay, I actually it's one movie that I've produced and it's titled My Promise. That was it's almost about 2 years now. Yeah. So the movie, what's all about is just like you mentioned, you said there's some challenges that are peculiar to women. And one thing about me is I'm so passionate about women. I just have this sense of love and care for women. so, and then I was just sitting down one day and I was like, it's true, there's some challenges that are peculiar to women. Women around me, women as friends. Okay, so I decided, okay, let me write a script that points out to the major, challenges that women are going through. And there I focused on three different women. There was a woman who was having problem with our relationship, that was focused on that. There was another woman who was having issue with her health, which is also another thing peculiar with women. And the third woman was a woman that was trying to, overcome emotional trauma from what has happened to her in the past while she was growing up. So I used those three examples to create a picture of three women, and it was a great movie. So I was able to point out that whatever you may be going through, there is a greater promise ahead. All you just need to do is to hold on to the promise God has given to you concerning that thing you're going through and keep believing, because at the end of the tunnel there is a light. Because our God is faithful. Whatever He has promised to do, He will do it. It may delay, but there's no denial to that fact. So that movie was a great opportunity for me to, to tell that in a storyline, to encourage women to rise up and don't forget what God has told them. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Yeah. So that was the whole bottom line of the movie.
That's awesome. Because women do go through a lot of challenges, and sickness is one of them. And that's one of the things when you're in life. And like I said, things happen and it affects every area of your life. Is that one thing that can throw you in a tailspin is when everything's going pretty good and you might go to a doctor's visit and now all of a sudden you've been diagnosed with this, or you could be going about your life and get sick in the midst and find yourself with an illness. It's funny because this interview is definitely speaking to me, because last year around this time I was still recuperating from I went into work and to do my job, and I got sick during the day, and I went home sick and got progressively worse and went to the ER and found myself in critical care for a week. So things can come to really throw you off. But one thing that got me through is what you said, that God is faithful and true to His promises. I was like, wait a minute, God, you promised me some things. I was humble still, and everything, because life just comes at you. But I was like, wait a minute, I know I have some promises, and I have not had those promises fulfilled yet. So I was like, I know it's not my time yet to leave this earth. But it also showed me a lesson of what I was doing and what I was focusing on, and some of what we talked about before, limiting beliefs that stopped me from doing some of the things that I wanted to do. And I had promised myself that if I came out of that situation, that I would not let my limiting beliefs hinder me from doing the things that God has put in me to do. So that's definitely a powerful message. Um, is this movie available like on online for people to see it? Can you let us know how people can access that movie if possible?
Okay, at the moment it's not online. I sold it on DVD, but I intend to upload it on my YouTube channel. So I can just give you my YouTube channel, and you can always access it. So if you want to access the movie, let me just spell out my name. That's Temi. That's Tope. That's my full first name, and then my surname is O for Oscar, Y for Yankee, E for Echo, W for Watch, O for Oscar, L for Lima, and E for Echo. So if you type out my full name on YouTube, you'll get to my YouTube channel, then you can access the movie. I'll be uploading that today.
Okay. And if you can provide me your YouTube channel, I'll put it under the show so people can see it. I'll also have your the contact information that you want to have there, which is if you want them to have your email address and your website and also your blog, that will also be there. If you would like to also have the link to your conference, I can have that there as well for our audience who is able to make your event to register for your event. So if you can email that to me, I will make sure that our listeners get access to that information.
Okay.
All right. And so, can you tell me a little bit more about the Beauty Makers Academy? I'm looking at the website right now. It's a beautiful website. Just give us a little more insight on that, please.
Okay, thank you. Beauty Makers Academy is an institution that was created to empower women to thrive in all areas of their well-being, so that they can fulfill purpose. What I mean by that is, like I pointed out earlier, fulfilling of purpose is a bigger picture. So now, how do we actually fulfill purpose? If all we're talking about is discovering purpose, fulfilling purpose, and we don't actually talk about the things that we need to develop in order to be able to fulfill purpose, then we are missing it, the whole point. Now, as a woman, for instance, for me to fulfill purpose, my emotional well-being needs to be on point. You understand? Physically, I need to be okay. You know, I need empowerment when it comes to my career, for instance. I need empowerment when it comes to business. So
Mm-hmm.
in Beauty Makers Academy, the all areas of well-being are being looked into, and we look for ways where we can empower women so they can thrive in those areas of well-being. We believe that when they start thriving in those areas of well-being, fulfilling of purpose will be much, much easier. So we empower through conferences like the one we're having in September. We empower through coaching programs. We empower through books. Like you mentioned, I'm an author of some books. We empower through movie, like the one I've just mentioned. And then we empower through music. I do write songs because I believe a song is also an healing tool. So these are the mediums through which we empower. So Beauty Makers Academy is both an online and offline hub. So like offline through the live events we're having, online through things we do online. For instance, we have a Facebook group and there are women on the group as well. We have time to time we have programs within the group where we invite different experts to come in and give us a talk on this and that. So that goes on within the group as well. So these are things that we do because we believe that once we know what to do as women, we have the key strategies and the tools on what to do, definitely fulfilling of purpose will come much, much easier.
Awesome. And I do see that you have trainings. Can you talk about the types of trainings that you offer?
Okay, on the website right now, you will notice that there are two trainings that are there right now. There's Creativity Unleashed and there's Walk the Talk. Now, Creativity Unleashed is these two training programs are not running currently, but will be running immediately after the event in September. So right now, the publicity on the website is to get people to be notified and also to register and indicate their interest. Now, what Creativity Unleashed is all about is this. Now, um, I'm speaking from experience now and from what has happened to me. Now, you can be so gifted, you have the gift within you. But
Mm-hmm.
because of circumstances and things that has happened to you, there's a great tendency for you to lose your creative genius. There's a great tendency for you, your creativity, to be in a state of paralysis, or should I say, a state of coma, where you're not actually maximizing your creativity to the full potential. And this is as a result of some external factors or internal factors. So this program is packaged in such a way to help women to unleash their creativity, to move them from the point of stagnancy to them realizing that I need to do something about it and to start doing it. So we'll be going through some models where we'll be talking about things that will encourage them to rise, forget their past, be healed of their pains, courses that would help them to start looking inward to rediscover who they truly are, courses that will help them to begin to appreciate their authenticity. Because one thing is, you have to stop the comparison. You need to love yourself for who you are. Courses that will help them to develop their leadership gift. It's not until you lead a team that you're a leader. You're a leader of yourself, you know. So
Right.
courses that will help them to move forward. So that's what the whole program is all about. That creativity unleashed. And then the other one, Walk the Talk. That is more of a mentoring program, and I'm doing that in partnership with another person. In the sense that I believe, we all have our plans. We have our to-do list. We have our goals for the year. But you know one thing, 2019 is ending. So what are those things that you have penciled down from the beginning of the year that you have not actualized? Do you need a push to actualize it? Do you need that push? So that's what the course is about. We want you to walk your talk. We just don't want you to keep talking. You understand? So we want to write out those goals. What is that thing you still want to achieve before the year ends? Let us know about it and let us push ourselves together to get it done. So that's what the second program is about.
Awesome. So, uh, as you hear, there are some awesome trainings that are available, the events that are coming up, and I do take the time to really thank you so much for coming and joining us on the show, telling your story, telling your accomplishments, and providing inspiration to our women listeners who come and get career advice and things like that. So I do thank you so much for joining us on this show. Do you have any closing remarks?
Thank you so much for having me, Katrina. I'm so grateful for that. My closing remark is just that women out there, please forget the past. Your future is bright. very, very bright. You have what it You have what it takes to have that future. All you need to do is to rise up from where you are right now and decide in your heart that you're going to harness your strength. You're going to create those opportunities for yourself. You're going to have those high aspirations and you'll start having results. That is what I want you to do. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much, and have a wonderful day. Thank you to my listeners who come out and listen every week. If you have any questions, you can email me. I will have our guest information posted at the bottom of the screen where you can see how you can reach out to her if you have any questions, if you want to get more information about what she has to offer, and you are in the London area. So thank you again, and have a good night.
Thank you for tuning in to Career GPS. Join us next Wednesday for more insights from career experts and thought leaders from around the globe. We'll help you reach the next destination in your career. To be a guest on the show, contact us at info@ventureready.net or call us at 888-712-4956.